All right, so today we're diving into something pretty wild. AI designing new life forms.
Whoa, hold on now.
Okay, maybe not like sentient beings or anything, but it's getting close. We're talking AI-driven protein design.
Yeah, that's something I can get behind.
Right, and there's this AI model called ESM3 that's like an evolution simulator on fast forward.
More like warp speed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And get this, it actually created a protein that glows.
You're kidding.
Nope, we got a bunch of news articles and research papers all about it.
Sounds like a good read.
It is. So how does an AI even design a protein anyway?
Well, first you got to understand just how massive ESM3 is. I mean, it's been trained on billions of protein sequences and structures.
So it's like it's read every book on proteins ever written.
And then some. It's basically absorbed all our knowledge and then gone beyond that.
So it's not just copying existing proteins. It's creating something totally new.
Exactly. And it does that through this process called chain of thought. Think of it like an AI brainstorming session, constantly refining and testing different designs until, bam, it finds one that works.
Like survival of the fittest, but for proteins.
You got it. Only way faster.
Way faster, like 500 million years faster.
Now you're catching on. And here's the coolest part. The creators made ESM3 available through an API.
That means any scientist can use it?
Pretty much. It's a huge deal for scientific discovery. I mean,
Talking about democratizing science.
Right. ESM3 is blurring the lines between what's natural and what's artificial.
We're talking about exploring protein possibilities that nature hasn't even dreamt of yet.
And that brings us to ESM3's claim to fame. It created this brand new protein called esmGFP, and you guessed it.
It glows. I've been waiting to hear about this one.
Well, esmGFP is special because it's not just tweaking an existing protein. It's a totally unique genetic sequence. The closest natural relative is a protein found in sea anemones, but even then it's only about 58% similar.
It's like discovering a new species, but in the protein world.
Exactly. And remember how I said ESM3 is fast? Well, get this. Simulating the mutations that led to esmGFP would have taken nature an estimated 500 million years.
Whoa.
ESM3 did it in a fraction of the time.
That's mind-blowing. But I'm guessing creating a brand new protein wasn't all smooth sailing, right?
Of course not. Initially, esmGFP was pretty dim and took a long time to mature compared to naturally occurring fluorescent proteins.
Ah, I see. So there were some kinks to work out.
Definitely. But the fact that it works at all, that's the real breakthrough. It just shows you the power of AI and protein design.
It's like cracking a code we didn't even know existed.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, it really shows you what's possible. I mean, just think about it. We could use AI design proteins to understand and even manipulate biological processes.
Okay, so this glowing protein, esmGFP, is obviously a big deal scientifically, but I got to ask, what does it actually mean for the average person? How does this impact our lives?
Oh, that's where things get really interesting. The potential applications of esmGFP and other proteins like it are huge. Take medical research, for example. Imagine being able to track the progression of Alzheimer's in the brain.
Wait, how would a glowing protein help with that?
Well, researchers could design a protein that specifically attaches to those amyloid plaques. You know, those protein clumps that are a hallmark of Alzheimer's.
Right.
And then it would emit a signal that we could pick up with imaging techniques. So you could diagnose it earlier and monitor treatment better.
Wow, that would be amazing. Are there other medical applications?
Tons. Think about drug development. You could use glowing proteins to test how well new drugs are working in real time.
Yeah.
You could actually see if a drug is hitting its target and doing what it's supposed to do.
That's incredible. It'd speed up drug discovery so much.
Exactly. And it's not just medicine. We
Yeah.
can use it for environmental monitoring, too. Remember how fireflies use bioluminescence to communicate?
Yeah, those summer nights wouldn't be the same without them.
Right. Well, imagine harnessing that same power to create biosensors that light up when they detect certain pollutants, like an early warning system for environmental threats.
So we could actually see pollution happening.
Exactly. We'd have a much better understanding of our planet's health.
Okay, that is seriously cool. Seems like there's no end to what we could use these proteins for. What about biotechnology? Could they lead to new materials or something?
Absolutely. Think about biofuels that are way more efficient, or enzymes that can break down waste like nobody's business, or even completely new materials that are stronger and more sustainable than anything we have now.
It sounds like we're entering a whole new era of biotechnology, all thanks to AI and these amazing proteins.
It really is a fascinating time to be in this field. And remember, this is just the beginning. We're just scratching the surface of what AI can do with protein design.
It's pretty mind-blowing and a little bit intimidating all at the same time.
You got that right. This technology has such incredible potential for good, but we need to be careful and think about the consequences too.
Yeah, it's like we've got this amazing new power, but we're still figuring out how to use it responsibly.
Exactly. We're talking about messing with the very building blocks of life here.
That's a big responsibility.
It is. We need to think carefully about the benefits and also any potential risks.
We started this deep dive talking about AI designing new life forms.
Right.
And really feels like we're just at the beginning of something huge. We learned about ESM3.
That AI that's like evolution on steroids.
Exactly. And then there's its incredible creation, esmGFP, this protein that glows and doesn't even exist in nature.
A true testament to the power of AI.
We also talked about all the potential applications, like in medicine, environmental science, even biotechnology.
It's like AI and biology have teamed up to change the world.
Right. And who knows what other amazing discoveries are out there waiting to be made.
It's a really exciting time to be in this field.
You know, one thing that really got me thinking was how all this blurs the line between natural and artificial. If AI can create a protein that doesn't exist in nature, what does natural even mean anymore?
That's a really deep question, and it's one that scientists and philosophers are going to be debating for years to come.
It makes you rethink everything.
It does, and it's not just some abstract idea either. It has real implications for things like biotech and genetic engineering.
So to all our listeners out there, I want to say this. Don't just sit back and be amazed by the science. Get involved. Ask the tough questions. Think about what it all means. What does it mean for the future if we can design life itself?
The future is being written right now.
And we all have a part to play in shaping it. Thanks for joining us on this incredible deep dive into the world of AI-designed proteins.